You know that old saying, it's not what you know, but who you know.
Okay, classic.
It's practically etched into the DNA of the business world, right? But here's the twist for today's lightning fast real estate market.
Hmm.
It's not just who you know anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's really about how well you know them and, how strategically you nurture those connections.
Building something genuine.
Exactly. Building a genuine, powerful web of relationships that truly open doors. Welcome to the deep dive.
Where we unpack the complex stuff.
We do. We're pulling apart complex topics to give you the most valuable, actionable insights. And today, we're taking a deep dive into real estate networking strategies.
A really fundamental topic.
It is. We're drawing brilliant insights from a fantastic source, MBNCNEWS. And our mission isn't just to tell you what to do.
No, it's deeper than a checklist.
Right. It's to uncover the nuances of how networking has fundamentally evolved. We want to cut through the noise, reveal how you can build genuine, lasting connections for, measurable success in real estate.
And this article seems really promising for that.
Yeah, it promises a really clear, actionable breakdown. And I'm keen to see how it reshapes our understanding of what, effective networking truly looks like today.
And that's precisely the shift we need to explore, I think.
Yeah.
Because while indispensable skills like sharp market analysis,
Absolutely.
financial acumen, keen negotiation, they're all crucial for any agent.
And negotiable.
But
yeah.
the article makes it clear that a robust and actively nurtured professional network, that's the bedrock of lasting success.
Okay, the bedrock.
Yeah. It's what truly differentiates someone in this incredibly competitive landscape. We're moving from like a simple Rolodex
Right, gathering dust.
to a dynamic living ecosystem of support and opportunity. It's a whole different mindset.
So, okay, if the old way, just swapping business cards, is out,
Pretty much, yeah.
what does this new era of real estate connections actually look like? The article points to a fundamental shift, doesn't it?
It does.
What's the core transformation? What's really happened in modern real estate networking?
Well, it's a fascinating evolution, really. The fundamental shift is from mere contact collection, that stack of cards you mentioned.
Yeah, the ones you find later and think, who was that again?
Exactly. It's moving away from that towards cultivating what the source calls genuine relationships, fostering trust, and creating mutually beneficial opportunities.
Okay, genuine relationships, trust, mutual benefit.
Precisely. It's less about how many hands you shake and much more about the quality of the conversation you actually have. Think of it as moving beyond just superficial exchanges to true strategic collaboration. And that demands a much more refined approach where, without question, quality genuinely trumps sheer quantity.
Right.
You're building a community, really, not just a list.
Right, because we've all been to those events where you leave with a handful of cards and, no real memory of who half those people were, let alone why you should connect. So, okay, if that's the old way, what about the new? And here's where it gets really interesting for me.
The digital side.
Yeah, the integration of digital platforms. Many agents use these, but frankly, often it feels like they just post listings and maybe call it networking.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
So is the article saying there's a truly effective way to use these for actual relationship building beyond just broadcasting just listed?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the key difference. The source highlights digital platforms as indispensable tools, but the real emphasis is on strategic engagement.
Okay, strategic engagement, what does that look like?
Well, take LinkedIn, for instance. The article points out it's far more than just a resume repository.
Right. It's not just your online CV.
Exactly. It's framed as a vibrant ecosystem, a place for connecting with fellow agents, brokers, investors, lenders, all those service providers.
Okay.
But the key isn't just having a profile. It's actively participating in discussions, sharing valuable insights, and offering constructive comments on what other people are posting.
So being active, not passive.
Precisely. This isn't about constantly promoting yourself directly. It's more about demonstrating expertise and generosity.
Generosity? How so?
Well, imagine consistently posting thoughtful analyses of local market trends, or commenting on an industry peers article with a genuinely insightful follow-up question, not just great post.
Okay, adding value.
Exactly. That's how you establish yourself as a thought leader and, importantly, a valuable connection people want to have.
So it's about contributing value, building that reputation, not just collecting connections like baseball cards.
You got it. And what about the more visually driven platforms, Instagram, Facebook? How do those fit into effective networking, beyond just showcasing open houses?
That's an excellent question because their utility is different, isn't it?
Definitely.
On Instagram, for example, it's much more about visually showcasing maybe community involvement or behind-the-scenes glimpses of your work.
Making it more personal.
Right, or even short, engaging videos offering neighborhood tours, local tips. It helps build a more personal, relatable brand.
And Facebook.
Facebook, especially those local community groups, can be a potential gold mine for understanding community needs, offering value, positioning yourself as the local expert without a hard sell constantly.
Softer approach.
Yeah, it's about creating content that sparks engagement and conversation, not just content people passively scroll past.
So it's not just about having a digital profile, like ticking a box.
No.
It's about architecting it, crafting it to be a dynamic, client-attracting asset that consistently reflects your current expertise and successes.
And the article gives a fantastic pro tip for these digital profiles, making sure they work hard for you. What's that crucial piece of advice for really standing out online?
Well, this brings up a critical point, right?
Yeah.
How do you ensure your online presence genuinely reflects your brand and maybe more importantly, establishes trust?
Yeah, trust is huge.
Definitely. The pro tip advises to consistently update your digital profiles with your latest achievements, successful closings, obviously with client permission,
Of course.
and market insights. It also really stresses using high-quality professional photos.
Not a blurry selfie from 5 years ago. Please no. And ensuring your messaging is consistent across all platforms to build a strong, recognizable brand identity. Consistency. Okay. Why is that so vital?
Well, think about it. A prospective client might check your LinkedIn, then maybe your Instagram or website. If your professional photo is wildly different, or your bio on one says you specialize in luxury condos and another says first-time buyers.
It creates confusion. Doubt, maybe.
Exactly. It erodes trust before you even speak to them. Consistency builds that vital brand recognition and credibility. For example, instead of a generic bio, like experienced realtor.
It tells you nothing.
Right. Your LinkedIn summary could be something like, helping families navigate the vibrant your city market for 10+ years, specializing in your niche, maybe first-time buyers in historic districts. Recently helped 3 clients close in under 30 days. Check out my latest analysis on local market trends here. See?
Much more tangible, specific, trustworthy.
That's the goal. That's how we activate our online presence effectively.
Okay, that makes sense for online. But let's be honest. Nothing truly replaces a face-to-face interaction, does it?
No, it really doesn't. There's an energy there.
Right. And the article emphasizes that traditional in-person interactions continue to hold immense value. But how do we refine that approach for today's market? Because it's clearly not about just stacking up business cards anymore.
Precisely. And the crucial insight here, according to the source, is to move beyond superficial exchanges.
Okay, deeper conversations.
Yes. Instead of just collecting contacts like your, trading cards, you should actively aim to have meaningful conversations.
Meaningful? How so?
By listening actively to others' needs and challenges and really identifying genuine areas for potential collaboration down the line.
Finding common ground.
Exactly. And the pro tip here suggests setting a realistic goal, like making 2 or 3 meaningful connections rather than collecting a stack of business cards.
Quality over quantity again.
Always. What makes a connection meaningful? It's when you leave knowing something specific about their work, their challenges, maybe a shared interest.
And they know something similar about you.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're looking for that hook, that common ground for future interaction, not just a name and a company.
And that elevator pitch idea seems key here, but also the emphasis on listening, which I think is often overlooked.
So often overlooked.
I've definitely learned this the hard way after launching into a monologue, only to realize I completely missed a crucial cue from the other person.
Haven't we all, but exactly. Listening isn't just passively waiting for your turn to talk.
Right.
It's fundamentally about actively seeking opportunities to help or connect, which then builds that reciprocity the article talks about.
Okay.
So the tip advises you to prepare a concise elevator pitch about who you are and what you specialize in.
Have that ready.
But be ready to listen more than you speak. Your pitch is just the door opener,
Oh, right, the invitation.
Yeah. Then the real work begins. Asking good, open-ended questions like, what's the biggest challenge you're facing in the current market? Or what kind of projects are you most excited about right now?
Getting them talking.
And listening for opportunities where your expertise, or maybe someone in your network, might offer a solution or insight. And crucially,
Follow-up.
follow-up is critical. A personalized email or even a quick phone call referencing a specific point of your discussion that can transform a fleeting introduction into a budding professional relationship.
So the conversation doesn't end when you leave the event.
No, that's just the beginning. The follow-up is where the relationship actually starts to form.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, our deep dive also highlights some maybe less obvious, but incredibly powerful avenues for networking, like cultivating relationships with allied industries.
Yes, looking beyond your direct competitors.
Exactly. Who exactly are these professionals and why are they so important for a real estate agent? It feels like a smart strategic move.
It's a strategic necessity, really, in today's interconnected market. If we connect this to the bigger picture, building genuine rapport with professionals, well, mortgage brokers, home inspectors, appraisers, contractors, real estate attorneys.
The whole ecosystem around a transaction.
Exactly. And even local business owners.
Yeah.
Cultivating these relationships can lead to a consistent stream of referrals.
Okay, referrals are gold.
They are. But this isn't just a one-way street, a transactional exchange. It's designed to be a symbiotic relationship.
Symbiotic.
Meaning you actively look for opportunities to refer business back to them as well. It has to be reciprocal to be strong and lasting.
Okay. Give and take.
Precisely. For example, if you have a great relationship with a local contractor you trust.
You know their work ethic, their quality.
Right. So you can confidently refer them to your clients for renovations. And in turn, they might hear as someone looking to sell their updated home and think of you first.
Because you help them get business.
Exactly. The stronger these reciprocal relationships are, the more robust and reliable your referral network becomes. They essentially become an extension of your sales team and you of theirs.
That's brilliant. You're basically creating this trusted ecosystem of services around your clients.
That's a great way to put it.
And the article gives a pro tip about hosting events as a unique way to nurture these allied relationships. What does that look like? Because hosting events sounds potentially daunting.
Well, the pro tip suggests keeping it manageable. It says to host or co-host a small, informal event. Think like a coffee mixer or lunch and learn.
Okay, low-key.
Yeah, with just a few trusted allied professionals. This isn't a big conference. It's meant to be a relaxed, non-pressured environment specifically designed for deeper conversation and connection.
More intimate.
Right. Imagine inviting maybe 3 mortgage brokers you work well with, 2 home inspectors, and a real estate attorney for a casual lunch to just discuss upcoming market changes or challenges.
Sharing intel.
Exactly. It creates that intimate setting for information sharing, maybe some collective problem solving, and it really solidifies your role as a central connector in that strong local referral ecosystem.
Positions you as a leader.
It does. It shows initiative and leadership within your professional sphere, beyond just your own deals.
Okay, moving beyond business networking for a second.
Yeah.
The source also points to community involvement playing a surprisingly significant role.
Mm-hmm.
How does giving back to your community actually translate into real estate success? It feels like it must go beyond just a feel-good factor. There's a strategic angle here too, right?
Definitely there is. And this brings up a really important question. How do people ultimately decide who to trust with major life decisions, like buying or selling property?
It's a huge decision. Trust is paramount.
Exactly. And fundamentally, as the article notes, people tend to do business with those they know, like, and trust.
The classic KLT factor.
Precisely. By doing things like sponsoring local events, volunteering for charitable organizations, or joining community groups, you naturally position yourself as a respected and integrated member of that community.
To become a familiar, trusted face.
Right. Think about leading a neighborhood beautification project or volunteering at the local school's fall festival. You're seen contributing. This creates an authentic, non-sales environment for connection.
Authentic is key there.
It is. And it leads to more sustainable and trusting professional relationships than any cold outreach ever could. You're not just seen as the realtor. You're seen as an invested neighbor.
And that builds incredible rapport, often without even talking about real estate initially.
Exactly. It's subtle, but immensely powerful in the long run.
So choosing activities that genuinely resonate with you personally is important then. As the pro tip implies, it's not just about showing up because you feel you should.
Oh, definitely not. Authenticity really shines through, or the lack of it does. The pro tip emphasizes this. Choose community activities that genuinely align with your interests or passions.
Your real interests.
Yeah, because your authentic enthusiasm will be more apparent and attractive than forced participation. It leads to more genuine connections and a better representation of your personal brand.
So if you hate gardening, don't lead the beautification project.
Please don't. If you love local history, join the Historical Society. If you're passionate about animal welfare, volunteer at the shelter. Your true engagement will lead to more meaningful interactions.
And people will remember you for your genuine character, not just your profession.
That's the idea. Build trust through who you are.
Okay, another incredibly powerful strategy mentioned in the source is mentorship.
Ah, yes. Both sides of it.
Right, both as a mentor and a mentee. How does this avenue contribute to professional growth and networking in real estate? It seems like a potential game changer.
It truly can be a game changer, largely because of its dual benefit. It works both ways.
Okay, explain that.
Well, as a mentee, obviously you gain invaluable insights, open doors to new opportunities, and connect with their established networks from seasoned professionals.
Access to wisdom and connections.
Right. Imagine a veteran agent sharing not just what they did to close a really tough deal, but the mindset they adopted, the strategy behind it. That's gold.
Invaluable.
But conversely, as a mentor, the article points out that mentoring newer agents not only allows you to give back to the industry, but also solidifies your own expertise and leadership within the field.
Teaching reinforces learning.
Exactly. By teaching and guiding, you often deepen your own understanding and reinforce your position as an authority figure. And these relationships, mentor-mentee relationships, they often transcend typical professional boundaries, fostering deep respect and loyalty that can lead to long-term collaborations, maybe future partnerships.
A really supportive network.
An incredibly supportive professional network. It's just a powerful cycle of learning and giving back.
And the pro tip about simply reaching out seems designed to cut right through any hesitation people might have about approaching a potential mentor. We often overthink that, don't we?
Oh, we absolutely do. Imposter syndrome kicks in, fear of rejection.
No.
But the tip encourages you not to be afraid to just reach out to experienced professionals you admire for a brief informational interview or coffee.
Keep it low-key.
Exactly. Most successful people, the article suggests, are actually flattered to be asked for advice, especially when you approach them respectfully and with clear intentions.
So how would you phrase that initial reach out?
Maybe something like, "Hi, name. I've really admired your work in the specific niche market, particularly mention a specific achievement or approach you noticed. I'm looking to grow in that area myself, and I was wondering if you might possibly be open to a brief 15-minute coffee chat sometime in the next few weeks. I'd love to hear any insights you might share about your career path."
Specific, respectful, low pressure.
Right. Keep it brief, focused on learning from them. The article suggests these initial interactions can often blossom to valuable mentorship relationships.
Yeah.
They could honestly redefine your career trajectory.
Just got to take that first step.
You do.
Okay, so we've built the network maybe through digital, in-person, allied industries, community, mentorship. We've made the connections. But the article really emphasizes that a network is not a static entity.
Nope, it's alive.
It requires continuous care and attention. So, what does consistent follow-up and relationship nurturing look like in practice? And crucially, how do we manage it effectively without it becoming an overwhelming, full-time job?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because this part is absolutely critical for turning that collection of contacts into a truly thriving, productive network.
It's where the real work lies, maybe.
I think so. It involves regularly checking in with contacts, sharing relevant industry news, offering congratulations on achievements, or simply sending a thoughtful message on a holiday. It's about staying top of mind in a positive way.
Keeping the connection warm.
Exactly. And the source particularly stresses the strategic use of CRM tools, customer relationship management tools.
Ah, technology to the rescue.
It can be, if used well. A well-used CRM becomes your, memory extender.
Okay.
It's how you remember that a contact's child just started college or that they mentioned a passion project 6 months ago. Those little details allow your follow-up to be genuinely personal, not just a generic, "hope you're well" check-in.
Right. Personalization makes all the difference.
It really does. That's where the real magic happens in long-term relationship building.
That makes perfect sense because generic outreach feels cold, doesn't it?
Completely.
But when someone remembers and mentions a personal detail you shared months ago, it makes a huge impact. You feel seen, remembered.
Exactly. And the pro tip introduces a really smart concept here to manage this.
Yeah.
A tiered follow-up system.
Tiered. Okay, how does that work? Because that sounds like a practical way to make this manageable and impactful.
It is. And it directly addresses that question. How do you efficiently manage diverse relationships with varying levels of importance or potential?
Right. Not everyone needs the same level of attention.
Precisely. A tiered system helps ensure no valuable connection falls through the cracks while optimizing your time and effort. So let's break it down. For your top-tier connections,
To VIPs?
yeah, your most valuable relationships, maybe those who consistently provide referrals or key collaborators, strong mentors perhaps. For them, the article says a high-touch, personalized approach is crucial.
I touch meaning.
Think monthly or quarterly personalized touch points. Maybe handwritten notes, sharing a specific article, they personally will find genuinely interesting, or actually scheduling a quick coffee or lunch. The goal here is deep, ongoing engagement.
Got it. Consistent personal investment.
Right. Then, your second tier. This includes contacts who are important, but maybe don't require quite the same level of frequent personal attention.
Still valuable, but different needs.
Exactly. This group might include professionals in those allied industries we talked about, maybe highly valued past clients you want to stay in touch with, or strategic partners. Here, a less intensive but consistent strategy works best.
Okay, what does that look like?
Things like quarterly market updates, perhaps tailored slightly to their interests, sharing a helpful blog post you've written, or even just a personalized holiday greeting. Something thoughtful.
So, staying top of mind, demonstrating expertise, maintaining warmth.
You got it. Without being overly demanding on your time for each one.
Makes sense. And the third tier.
And finally, your third tier. This basically encompasses your broader professional network. Acquaintances, casual contacts you met once, maybe newer connections you're still vetting.
The wider circle.
Right. This tier can often be maintained effectively through automated or semi-automated outreach.
Ah, automation.
Yes, but used thoughtfully. Things like a quarterly newsletter with broad market trends and maybe community news. Or even simple likes or thoughtful comments on their posts on platforms like LinkedIn.
Low effort maintains visibility.
Exactly. It's about maintaining a positive, visible presence with minimal individual effort, allowing you to reach a wider audience. But the key here is not just automation for automation's sake.
Quality still matters.
Absolutely. Even automated content needs to be high quality and genuinely value-driven, otherwise it's just noise.
Right. So, pulling this all together, what does this tiered system really mean for someone trying to turn that, collection of contacts into a truly thriving professional network, one that actually generates opportunities?
It means that creating a dynamic, multi-layered follow-up strategy isn't just nice to have, it's absolutely essential for long-term success.
Strategic maintenance.
Exactly. It's not just about putting in more effort randomly, but about focusing your energy with efficiency and impact, ensuring your efforts are concentrated where they matter most.
Working smarter, not just harder, on networking.
Precisely. By systematically nurturing your network in this tiered way, you transform those initial contacts from just names on a list into a dynamic and supportive professional ecosystem.
An ecosystem that works for you.
Yes, one that consistently generates opportunities and ultimately drives sustainable success in the very competitive real estate market. It's about playing the long game with intelligence and, crucially, genuine connection.
And there you have it. Wow, a really powerful deep dive into crafting a truly thriving real estate network. We've covered so much ground.
We really have. It's a complex topic with many layers.
It is. We've talked about that crucial shift, moving from just collecting contacts to building genuine, trusting, and mutually beneficial relationships. That seems foundational.
Absolutely key.
We covered leveraging digital platforms with consistent strategic engagement, not just posting, but interacting, and refining your in-person interactions for meaningful conversations, really moving beyond just swapping cards.
Quality interactions.
Then broadening our scope to include cultivating relationships with those vital allied industries, and importantly, authentically engaging with your community.
Building trust locally.
All while embracing mentorship, both as a learner and as a leader. And finally, tying it all together with that indispensable art of nurturing the network.
Follow-up.
Yeah, with a smart, tiered follow-up system that keeps your connections alive, vibrant, and productive.
It really shows these aren't just isolated tips.
No, definitely not. They are interconnected, foundational strategies for building a truly powerful network that supports and genuinely propels your real estate career forward.
Well said.
So, as you, our listener, go forth and cultivate your own network using these insights, consider this final thought. Beyond the strategies we've discussed today, How might anticipating future technological shifts, like the rise of AI in communication or relationship management,
Interesting angle.
or maybe evolving demographic changes in your market,
Yeah.
how might anticipating those shifts further influence how you prioritize and nurture your professional relationships? How can you keep your network not just robust for today, but genuinely future-proof?
Something to really chew on.
Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.